Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today in this video I'm going to be talking about Huda's new launch in India, the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Foundation. This was launched I think last week on Nykaa and I was so excited to try it because trust me, on almost every Instagram video that I have seen, they always use this foundation. It's supposed to be like having a filter on your face and gives you that flawless finish. I'm pretty sure you must have seen the other videos as well where they talk about how full coverage this foundation is. Now, from the reviews that I saw, people have given a very mixed review on this foundation, but I was very excited to try because it's supposed to look like you've got a filter on your face and it's quite long lasting and all that stuff, you know. I got a comment on one of my videos saying that I should do like a full coverage foundation video for oily skin, so I think this foundation works very well for oily skin. For the dry skin, you will probably need to wear like a good moisturizer underneath because it's so full coverage. It's supposed to be like a cream foundation. If you're into Instagram makeups, you're going to love this foundation. That's what I've heard, but I have not tried it as of now, so I cannot really say how I like it or what. Right now I just have some eyeshadow on my eyes and some eyeliner, and that's it. There is no other makeup on my face. I'll be trying this for the first time. I'm planning to leave the foundation on for some time, like about 3 to 4 hours at least, and we'll see how this performs because from what people have said, this foundation is very long lasting and it's supposed to give you that flawless finish. Now I know that Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation is one of the most raved foundation, but I have not tried that. And oh, by the way, this is my very first full coverage foundation, so I'm really hoping to love this one. And let's see, I do have Estee Lauder Double Wear on my mind to try because let's see, I'll buy that soon enough so that we can compare both of these foundations. But right now I have Huda Beauty's Faux Filter Foundation. The shade that I picked up is Dulce de Leche. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Dulce de Leche is in number 350G, which is golden. They have G, N and R's. R's are supposed to be redder tones and N's are supposed to be neutral, while G is more golden. Since I have a lot of yellow undertone in my skin tone, I think it's a very good option that I picked up a G one. So in MAC, my shade is NC40. I have a lot of yellow undertone in my skin and that is why I picked up the shade G. Also from the reviews, I found out that this does oxidize, so I just went for Dulce de Leche because I didn't want it to like risk it being, you know, like if this oxidizes, I wanted to look more like my skin tone rather than looking darker or lighter. And then yeah, obviously if it oxidizes, it's going to be darker, but if this is supposed to be lighter shade and even after oxidization it doesn't look like my face or it looks like a mask on my face, I'm not gonna like it. And the price for this foundation is 2,990 and no way I'm not going to be purchasing another bottle of this one. So this is the only foundation that comes in like 35 ml. This is the packaging. Packaging is like plastic. I thought it would be a glass, but it's not. It's just plastic. It has a logo over here. It does look quite plain on top, but it comes with a pump. So my MAC foundations don't have a pump and it's a little bit of a hassle to just pour it on the back of your hand, and there's a lot of product wastage. I do like the fact that it does come with a pump, and on directions it said just go for a pump or less and that would be enough to cover your face. I'm planning to do the half of my face with a beauty blender and the other half with like a brush, but normally I like to use a brush and just dab on the sponge to just get like a flawless finish. On my face I do have my moisturizer on. Let's just begin with the foundation application because I'm dying to try this foundation. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hydrate my face with my DIY Fix Plus, which is just rose water and few drops of glycerin. I just love this mixture. It hydrates my face very well. Right now my nose area is a little dry, but the rest of my face is pretty normal because I've used moisturizer and about that much. So if we need more, we'll use more. I'll be using Pack's Pore Primer on the area where I have like open pores, that is my cheek area especially. Maybe a little bit on my forehead, that's it, not too much. I don't like to mattify my face too much because I prefer to have my skin to have that glow. The dryness that I have is just under here because day before yesterday I had got my allergies and I was sneezing a lot. I had completely forgotten to put concealer under my eyes, so I'm just going in with this flat brush and then just blending it out with the mini beauty sponge. I think I might need a little bit of more foundation. I just took like half a pump and we'll see. Now my skin is quite textured on the cheek area because of my acne scars, but let's see. So this is how the foundation looks. Now this side is where I've used the beauty blender and this side is where I have used the brush. So what do you guys think? Which side does look better to you all? I think it looks pretty much the same. My skin is looking quite flawless. Like, I'm happy with the coverage it has. Now I don't have to go ahead and add too much concealer or anything to hide my acne scars or anything. Now around my eye area I would never use a foundation. I would always use a concealer, because especially my dark circles are super dark, especially when I'm wearing like kajal under in my waterline. It just looks even more darker, so I have to conceal that area properly and sometimes even color correct it a bit. But this is what it looks like now. It is quite perfumed. This is what the foundation looks. I love the fact that it has this soft focus on the face. Now obviously you can make out that I am wearing makeup in person, obviously, because it's just so flawless. And yeah, people who know me probably know that I have marks on my face. So I don't know, but it doesn't look bad at all. Like, I'm looking in the mirror right now and I feel it's like makeup, but not too much of makeup at the same time. I'm quite happy actually with how it looks. Like, on camera it just looks really pretty, but in person also it doesn't look bad. I'm quite pleased. Like, I feel I found a change rather from my Krylon Supra color. I would definitely love to see if she launches any concealers or anything as such. So now I'm just going to quickly finish off my rest of my face and I'll be right back. Hi guys, I'm back again. I have done my entire face now and this is how the foundation looks right now. By the way, I have not used any setting spray or setting powder to set this foundation. The only powder that I used after applying my concealer is NYX's HD powder, and that too just under the eyes and on my nose. And after that I just sprayed some of my Fix Plus just to hydrate my skin. And after that I used Makeup Revolution's Ultra Pro HD Contour to Contour, and then I went in with Ultra Pro Glow palette. What I did, I dipped my brush into my highlights and then I sprayed Fix Plus on it again and just pressed it against my cheekbone and my nose area wherever I usually highlight. And then I went in with Wet n Wild's blush. For my lips, I'm wearing NYX's Lip Lingerie in Seduction with little bit of MAC's So Matte in Caramel Mocha. And this is the finished look. I think I'm really happy with how the foundation is looking. It's not at all looking cakey or anything. Even in person I feel it looks pretty good. It's not like I have a lot of it doesn't make my skin look very unnatural. Of course you can make out I'm wearing makeup, because there are other things like the highlighter also that I'm wearing. Apart from that, if you want like a more mild toned down version of that foundation, you can mix it with your moisturizer and apply it all over your face. Or if you like the full coverage effect, go for the full coverage. I think this foundation is looking pretty good as of now. We will see in few hours how it remains and how does it last while if it gets hot outside. I'm going to be stepping outside the AC now and let's see. Right now I'm in air condition, so my skin hasn't like been sweating or anything like that. Apart from that, I'm extremely happy with how the foundation looked. I can't choose whether with the brush or this beauty blender. I think both performed very well. So if you like to put your foundation with a brush, even that would look nice. Even if the beauty blender, I think that would look really good. So I'm going to check in with you all in few hours time and let you all know how exactly it looks. Until then, Hey guys, I'm back again and it's been almost 3 hours, more than 3 hours that I have put on the foundation and it has not moved. It really looks good. If you can see the difference, let me know in the comments down below if there's any difference. Oh, by the way, I'm wearing L'Oreal's Balmain lipstick in a Rebellion. Nykaa had this lipstick for rupees 500. They had some offer going on, plus I had some discount coupon and I got it barely for some 400 rupees, which was really awesome. But I always wanted to try blue lipstick, but I didn't want to spend too much because honestly I wouldn't be wearing this outside that much. I guess, I don't know, but I'm feeling quite daring in this blue lipstick. What do you guys think? Do you like blue on me? But I personally like it because I've never worn such a lip color in my entire life. But enough about the lipstick. What I'm saying is that my foundation is looking quite fine, and it's around 3 o'clock, 3 to 3:15 you can say, and now it's almost 6:24, 6:25, so it's like more than 3 hours you can say now. And now I'll be going out. I'll be of course changing my lipstick, and I'll be checking in again with you all in another 3 hours time. Now it's going to be hot outside, so I want to see how the foundation will last out in the outside heat. I really like how the foundation has stayed till now, and it looks really fantastic, I feel. So like my makeup has not moved, you guys. It has seriously not moved at all. So I'll be back with you all in few hours time. Hi guys, I'm back again. It's almost 7 hours. It's almost 10 o'clock now. Yeah, so I applied the foundation at 3 o'clock and now it's almost 10, and you can see that my makeup has not moved much. I went out, I got a little sweaty like around my upper lip area over here. I was a little sweaty. Other than that I wasn't. I feel like the foundation has slightly worn out in this area particularly. I was eating something and I think I rubbed my mouth, and I also changed my lipstick, so probably there was some makeup removing action happening over here. So I feel like it's slightly worn over here out. Otherwise the rest of my face still has the makeup. You can see it's not freshly applied. I did not retouch anything. I did not use Fix Plus. I did not use anything. I just put it on at 3 o'clock, 3:15ish. Obviously it doesn't look very fresh, but I'm still happy with how the foundation turned out to be. I was quite surprised that the makeup is not moved at all. Like you can see my highlighter and blush is still on, and the only problem that probably it's over here is because I rubbed my mouth probably when I was eating twice, and I also was removing my lipstick like thrice. I've changed my lipstick today, so probably that's why a little bit of difference. Otherwise I'm very much happy with this foundation. So I'm really going to give this foundation thumbs up. I love it. It's full coverage. It definitely looks really nice. Even now it has that soft focus on the face. Like people told me today that my skin was looking really good. It doesn't look cakey or unnatural. Again, if you're acne prone skin, I would recommend you to use something full coverage like this, because instead of using like 2-3 layers of a buildable foundation and a concealer, you're adding too many layers to your skin. But with the full coverage foundation like that, you can just apply one thin layer and you're done. Like most of the pigmentation is also covered. I'm just so happy. I know I look very tired right now, but my makeup does not look bad in person. I'm pretty sure on the camera also it's not looking bad. I think the foundation oxidized tiny bit, but you can see there is not much of a difference. It does match my neck and my décolletage area. You don't have to, like, you can literally see it doesn't look like I've put on a mask or something. Like in the very beginning it was looking very light, but now it has matched my skin perfectly. I would definitely recommend this for someone who likes to go for parties and clubs, who has a lot of special occasions, because this is going to really look nice. It's going to give you that filter effect, especially in the photos. It looks fantastic. I'm very happy with this foundation. So my first impressions was totally yay, as well as my wear test turned out to be really good. Also, most of the time I've noticed like the foundation does transfer to the screen of the phone, but that did not happen whenever I would hold the phone and talk. So I'm pretty pleased with how the foundation turned out to be, and totally looking forward to even try the Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation, and we'll compare these two and see which one is better. But at the same time, right now I'm totally giving Huda Beauty's Faux Filter foundation thumbs up. It's going to be really special to me because it's my first full coverage foundation. Like, I know I've used Kryolan Supra Color, but then that doesn't really count like as the, you know, popular foundations. And this is easily available on Nykaa now. That's it for my video. I hope you guys enjoyed first impressions plus wear test. I'm really hoping to do more foundation tests for y'all with the other foundations that I have. If you did enjoy this video, hit that like button and share it with your friends, anybody who would find it useful. So subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Don't forget to press the bell icon to get a notification every time I post a video. So to see y'all in my next. Until then, bye, take care.